So I'm thinking what's working well for me, and me actually doing this and me thinking about doing this are probably two completely different things. But I decided it's probably going to work for me if I just put my thoughts down as they come along and I just tack them all together. So today I am going to be the antiques and collectibles dealer me. And at the moment I am sitting in my other shed that I also built last year. So my other shed replaced a completely dilapidated shed that we kept all our things like push bikes and camping gear and stuff like that in. And the new shed is needing to accommodate those things as well. But right now I have got a antique dealer's spare detritus mountain to deal with. I decided I needed a space because we live in a really tiny house, and since I tumbled into the world of being an antique dealer, it wasn't planned, it just happened, it evolved, and for a number of years, I'd say about 6, we've been living with like this goat path through the middle of our living room and just piles of boxes and bags of stuff and bubble wrap, and in amongst that time I also dealt with a minor yet impacted my life a lot back injury, which meant I wasn't able to accomplish as much as I had previously, and stuff built up and stuff built up, and while stuff was building up, the business was building up, and also we had lockdown, and also I menopaused, and also I had a teenage daughter who was growing up, and also I had an elderly dad who was growing down the dementia route, and that was, a chunk of my life that was I wouldn't swap for anything, but it was all consuming for a while. But all the while I was doing that, I was still doing this. I was still, oh my God, you know what? Since I started doing these videos, I did not realise how often I go, I'm really sorry. Really sorry. I just got habits, I can't help it. Anyway, so all the while that I was doing the stuff of life, I was also going, do you know what? I could open another emporium unit in that emporium there, or gosh, I'm doing all right here. I'd really like to have more space here. And everything just ballooned and grew whilst I was dealing with all of that stuff. And then my dad passed away at the end of July 23, and he left me with a little amount of money that allowed me to fix some things at home, and allowed me the one chance space that I've got in life to improve my home living circumstances by having these extra spaces so that I can continue to be somebody that actually is having a successful self-employment. So this little box that I've got here is just where I turf everything out the car now. So I get back from the car boot, I turf it out into here, I price it up, I stick it in the car, and off we go. And all the associated detritus that comes with that can just live in here. And my whole life just seems to be one massive sliding block puzzle. Whilst I was waiting for the new shed at the front to be built, I had to store stuff in the house, I had to store stuff in the van, I had to store stuff in the camper van. I've got 2 vans now. That's another story. A bit of an impulse buy, sorry. Anyway, and so also whilst we were storing stuff, waiting for things to happen, we also had to have a window replaced in my daughter's room last year. And at the same time, she decided she wanted to buy a piece of furniture for a fiver from a charity shop, which was a really funky, trendy piece of 70s, iconic 70s type furniture, which we didn't even know if it was going to fit in her room. So that sat in the living room for a while, and it really was like walking down this little narrow corridor to get from the door, because the door opens straight out into the main road, from the door through to the kitchen, and that's our world. We don't have any other rooms. So I haven't really been in the new front shed very often, but now I'm sitting in here today. Oh gosh, I'm spring's coming, we're into February, in bulk's happening, I can see flowers, I can see birds, and I'm very fortunate that I've got a little view out the window where I can just look at trees and things here, and sometimes you see really interesting wildlife, and it's another little space that I can take myself away to recharge, to focus, and I'm looking forward to sorting it out very soon. I'm always sorting stuff out. I'm always moving stuff around. I need the van, empty the van into here. I need the car, I need the van, I need room in here. It's like, empty the car into the van, empty the van into the car, empty the car. Oh my God, that's what my life is like. It's been like for a while. Doing it again, sorry. Anyway, so that's another thing that's going on for me. I'm not going to be doing any pricing in here today because I've got a lot of stuff to sort out. I haven't organised any electricity in here, and I won't be able to have any permanent electricity in here. I just have to use one of those things that you put across the road to put a wire in, but the one I've got was rotten and I just never got around to ordering a new one. So I got some things that I bought yesterday when I was out on my little mission to get cat food, which turned into a mission to actually buy shopping for us as well, and that's what tipped me over the edge, I think. So whenever I go out, it's an illness. It's an illness. I have turned my mental health into a business. I literally keep telling myself, you must stop. You've got to stop. You've got too much stock at the moment. Don't go in the charity shops. Don't go and look. Don't go and look. And then I can't. I've just got a couple that I go to on a really regular basis, and that's just enough to tick that box of, oh, I just get such a feeling when I walk through the door. It's like discovery. It's my happy place. I find things that I find fascinating and interesting, and I bring them back and I do a bit of research, and then I put them out for sale in one of my Emporium units. And I consider it to be, I'm curating an experience for people that don't have time to go around and do what I do, and pay the rent and try to sell as much stuff as you can to cover the rent and then make a living afterwards. So today I've got the things that I bought yesterday. Normally when I get home, I'm straight in the house or I'm straight in here with the stuff. No messing about. Doesn't matter what I bought. I want to look at it. I want to get back home, want to get it out the bag, and I want to look at it. I want to work out, what I'm going to do with it. And yesterday I was so overwhelmed and I had so much to do, and I knew that I had to push on through to get the bloody cat food made, that I didn't even do that. So now I've got Christmas today. I don't even remember what I bought yesterday. I'm going to get the bags out now and I'm going to have a look. Can't wait. I think I bought a few coats yesterday. I managed to when I first started the antiques thing, the profit margin was very important to me because I wasn't turning over much, and out of that turning over I had to cover the rent, I had to cover, well, I don't even think about my time, to be honest. I'm on a really, really, really low rate per hour at the moment, but it's also for my mental health, So I used to buy, I would never dream of buying some of the things I buy now. Sometimes I buy things now that I know will sell really quickly with a small profit margin. And I'd rather, bring something interesting to the people that come to shop. I want them to come and find the velvet jackets and the really gorgeous, like, embroidered clothing and beautiful jewellery. And I want them to come and have that experience. I want the experience of the customer when they come to look at my cabinets and my unit. I want them to find it interesting. Even if they don't want to buy it, they're having a visually interesting experience. So after a while, once I got to a point where I was able to facilitate some of these more unusual items, I started investing in things that in my head, I want my Emporium cabinets to have pocket watch holders in, and I want my Emporium unit to have a really good selection of uranium glass, and I want it's an obsession. It's not like, I'm trying to hone and guide my obsessions and my illness, which is not being able to resist going and buying more stuff, into a business. That's what I've done. And I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't, things could go up at any moment. It's not a secure situation. So that's why I also need to work on bringing back my jewellery making skills, because who knows, at any point I might be in a position where that's all I've got. So this isn't short, is it? It's another 11 minutes, nearly 12 minutes of footage. But I'm feeling a bit more energized today. I hope you can see the difference in me from what I posted last time. Right, I'm going to go and back to the house, the untidy house that I'm not showing you today, back to the house, and I'm going to unpack the car and see what I bought yesterday. And then what am I going to do? I need to tidy up really badly. I need to tidy up really badly. I need to relax a bit today because yesterday was really intense. I don't go out and do much very often. Just for me, or me and my husband, we haven't really done much socially for a really long time. I'm just, most of my days at the moment have been involved with needing to be here to oversee the stuff that's happening with the building, even if just to make sure that I'm there to make cups of tea and stuff like that. But the chap that's doing that work's away this week, so I don't have to worry about that this week, but I do have to worry about the fact that he'll be back next week. And the next thing that I need to do in my jewellery workshop is build a new workbench. I was going to use the old one, but and I was trying to make everything fit what I'd already been using, and then it suddenly hit me one day, why do I even need to do that? This will be the third jewellery workshop I have built from scratch in my life, and I need to work out what I need for me in the now, and it's got to be aesthetically pleasing. It's got to be aesthetically pleasing. I don't, some of the videos I've got of my old working conditions, a bit like the rest of my life, really. I just focus on what's in front of me, and the rest of it all around me just goes to pot. So, so I've got this amazing slab of wood, and I'm hoping to construct a interesting new workbench. So you can watch me working there when I'm making jewellery. Anyhow, I'm going to go. I keep saying I'm going to go down. All right, today, just out of interest, today's jewellery finds around my neck are my recently purchased Czechoslovakian dice. I've got another Czechoslovakian dice necklace, and until I saw this one over Christmas when I was bidding online on other things, I couldn't find anything else like it online, and it's one of my most complimented pieces of jewellery. And then I saw this one, I don't know whether I'm going to leave it like this or restring it. I just like wearing dice around my neck. And the other one is also a Czechoslovakian necklace, which I found on one of the other dealers' units.
And then my storage ran out. So yeah, just to complete what I was saying there, these are Czechoslovakian antique glass trade beads, and some of them glow because they have uranium glass within their composition. But I just like them as green beads. Right. Cats are circling. I'm going to go and get that bag out the car and enjoy myself. Bye.